When Samsung unveiled the Galaxy Note 9 for the very first time to the world, it completely glossed over all the camera specs and other details of the phone. Samsung merely made a mention of the AI enhancements to the phone and nothing more. This is primarily because the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 has the same camera specs as the Samsung Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus, which was launched earlier this year. Unfortunately, we could not review the Samsung Galaxy S9 at launch, but we managed to get our hands on a Galaxy Note 9. And therefore, in typical Mr. Phone fashion, we decided to do a camera comparison. We actually put the Pixel 2 and the OnePlus 6 in the mix to figure out which one comes out on top. Hi, I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone. Stay tuned to find out which one of these phones is the best camera smartphone that you can buy right now. But before we move on to our comparison, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified about more such awesome tech videos. Also, we have new Mr. Phone wallpapers. I think you guys will like it. Don't forget to check the description to find the download links for each one of these. Before we start analyzing individual images, here's an easy to read infographic highlighting the camera specifications of all the three phones in detail. Here are a couple of rules we followed for the test. 1. We tap to focus for close-up shots. And 2. All the phones were in auto HDR mode for all shots except in HDR testing, where we've switched off and switched on the HDR mode manually. Our first test, as usual, is a wide shot of our office campus. There are so many elements in one image that it helps us test the sensors inside smartphone cameras to its limits. It looks like the OnePlus 6 has fired the HDR mode and Pixel 2 as usual uses the HDR Plus mode. Therefore, these photos are high on contrast and the dynamic range looks great too. But that's not what my eyes saw. But what my eyes saw was what the Galaxy Note 9 captured. A controlled exposure with great sky color and good dynamic range. But on closer inspection, you will clearly see that the Note 9, in trademark Samsung style, tends to over-sharpen a little. But I know that most folks won't care. Also, the Pixel 2 sensor is showing its age because if you look at the corners, the Pixel 2 has a softer focus compared to the Note 9 or the OnePlus 6. However, that's just a tiny thing because if you ask me, the Pixel 2 has the second best image in this round of testing. So which one comes out on top? The Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Flowers are great subjects to test close-up shots. In my first sample, you can clearly see that the Galaxy Note 9 has the best exposure of the three images. And you can notice minute details in the petals with great precision on both the Pixel 2 and the Galaxy Note 9. The OnePlus 6 falls behind slightly. However, I want you all to take a look at one thing closely. With flagship phones, you can get a decent depth of field by default when you tap to focus on the subject and when both the subject and the background are evenly lit. Just a small tip that will help you shoot better pictures. After shooting the first image, I tried going closer to the flower now, and you will notice that the Note 9 is the only one that managed to keep the flower in complete focus at the same distance from which I shot the images. The Note 9 is your best bet for macro photography, honestly. Coming to that part of that comparison where I test color accuracy by stress testing the sensors inside the phone. I shot a bright red flower. Most smartphone cameras struggle with red. And you can see clearly that here the Pixel 2 shows its chops. It has reproduced the red color faithfully. Great job, Google. The Note 9 is not bad, but the OnePlus 6 completely botches up the color accuracy here by capturing a pink color instead. Once again, the Galaxy Note 9 emerges as my favorite for shooting close-up shots. In our portrait test, the Galaxy Note 9 impresses once again. Not only can you choose a level of depth, the Galaxy Note 9 also uses a secondary telephoto camera to go close to the subject. It is just a very good shot with a great depth of field and a great cutout. It is a very iPhone-ish way of doing bokeh and I love that. In comparison, the Pixel 2 just botches up the cutout. Any Pixel users out there who've seen the portrait mode degrade over time? Do let us know in the comment section below. On the other hand, the OnePlus 6 does a great job at portrait cutouts too. No points for guessing the winner here. Yup, it's a Galaxy Note 9. It was a perfect day to shoot an HDR sample. The sky was slightly overcast with ominous clouds threatening to shower down on land anytime. The OnePlus 6's HDR mode goes overboard with excessive drama-like dynamic range. People might like it, but it looks unnatural. Technically, the Pixel 2's improvements to dynamic range are the best. From clear improvements to the clipped highlights in the sky to the detail retention in shadows, we have a great HDR mode on display here. Comparatively, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 does very little to improve the dynamic range. This round, the Pixel 2 emerges as the winner. Samsung has never emphasized on the performance of the front camera on its flagship phones, and it shows. If you take a look at the first selfie of Ashish, you will notice that the Pixel 2 just smokes the competition with incredibly well balanced facial tones and plenty of details. For some odd reason, the OnePlus 6's selfie looks like it has over-sharpened details. The Note 9 offers great details too, but it is not even remotely as good as the Pixel 2. In the second image, while the Pixel 2 still takes the best selfie overall, the OnePlus 6's sensor has redeemed itself with stunning details. Just look into my eyes. Although overall, the Pixel 2 still takes some of the best looking selfies. Nowadays, the 4 bokeh mode in selfies is also pretty popular. But once again, Pixel botches up edge detection in both the selfies. The Note 9 offers the cleanest, smoothest edge detection of all the phones. I'm going with the Galaxy Note 9 in this round, but the OnePlus 6 comes a close second. I'm so conflicted after looking at the 1080p 60fps video footage from the 3 cameras. I mean, you get insane stabilization on the Pixel 2, but the colors are so muted and the footage doesn't look that good. The Note 9 captures a great crisp footage, but the OIS is so bad, just so bad. I mean, look at the jellying effect. In fact, a host of Galaxy S9 users have also been lamenting about the shaky video stabilization. It is a major annoyance if you ask me. The OnePlus 6 captures an uncharacteristically dull footage and the stabilization is okay at best. The sound quality is great on the Galaxy S9's footage, and here's the thing, the OnePlus 6 and the Galaxy S9 both capture stereo audio compared to mono audio by the Pixel 2. Honestly, I'm finding it really difficult to throw one phone as the winner in this round with conviction. But the Pixel 2 is my pick of the 3 phones as far as video recording is concerned, if you ask me, but I'm not declaring it the winner. In our 4K video test, let it be known that only the Pixel 2 shoots at 30 FPS, which is the highest that it can achieve, compared to 60 FPS on the other 2 phones. But the Pixel 2 shoots such crisp footage with great stabilization that lower FPS recording is the least of my concern. It is honestly leagues ahead of the Note 9 and the OnePlus 6, which incidentally shoots a very colorful footage for some reason. I will go with the Pixel 2 in this round. Samsung's Galaxy flagships have time and again, since the Galaxy S7, proved to be great in low light performance. Let's take a look at the first image. Here, the Galaxy Note 9 uses the f/2.4 aperture setting on the lens to take an image. What you need to notice is how beautifully the Note 9 handles the flow of light across the image and keeps the exposure in check. Take a look at the area under the lamp near the switch to spot the control of exposure. However, the Note 9 has an aggressive noise reduction at play, which tends to glaze over details, especially around the bottom left corner. The Pixel 2 offers more details in comparison. The OnePlus 6's sample is not bad here either. In my second low-light sample, the Galaxy Note 9 literally tramples over the other 2. This stupendously kick-ass low-light sample is courtesy of the f/1.5 variable aperture, which immediately lets in more light. Honestly, when I was shooting this image, I just couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. This is just nuts what the Note 9 has achieved. In fact, you can switch the aperture in the manual mode if you wish. Yup, you guessed it right. The Note 9 wins this round. I really liked the OnePlus 6's flash performance compared to the other 2 in this round. It has a clean exposure and therefore letting the OnePlus 6's camera take a clean cutout and depth. I should go with OnePlus in this round. The one area where the Note 9 struggles is in low-light selfies, and there are no two ways about it. The Pixel 2 once again takes the best selfies with crisp details and highlights all the hidden pores in my face. The OnePlus 6 comes a distant second. The Pixel 2 wins this round. Before we move on to my conclusion, here are a few more reasons why the Galaxy Note 9 is an even better camera compared to the other 2. 1. It has an AI component that can detect scenes on its own. It does it subtly to improve the colors in pictures. Also, the AI can predict if someone blinked or if you didn't get a perfect shot the first time. The manual mode on the Galaxy series is probably the best I have used on any phone. You can shoot 960 FPS super slow-mo videos using the phone. And finally, the secondary camera can shoot 2x optical zoom images if you like telephoto shots like I do. So that was a full camera comparison of the Galaxy Note 9 with the Pixel 2 and the OnePlus 6. And after doing this comparison, I'm fairly convinced that the Galaxy Note 9 is the second best camera for still photography as far as smartphones are concerned, only next to the Huawei P20 Pro. The Pixel 2 still takes great shots in daylight and in HDR mode, But the low light performance needs to improve in the Pixel 3. And after this comparison, you can find out the camera differences between a budget flagship like the OnePlus 6 and the Galaxy Note 9 and the Pixel 2. But the Note 9 has one problem, and that is video stabilization. I sincerely hope that Samsung fixes it in future updates, because this problem also exists in the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus. In short, you cannot really pick out one flagship smartphone as the best camera phone for all your purposes, because each one will serve the purpose for you in one way or the other. Hope you liked our comparison. Do let us know in the comment section below what you thought about it, and see you in the next one. This is Ershad from Mr. Phone. Goodbye.